Hi, how are you? How you doing out there? My computer is sitting on top of my knee, so I apologize for this being shaky. Look, no, can you see it? It's on the other side. No negativity. No negativity. Well, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be a little bit negative here for a second. All right. So we're going to talk about rats. The title of my thing tonight is Rats, Rats, Rats. We have to kill all the rats. So I'm going to hopefully keep this short, but here's the deal. Okay. If you came to a place and there was a big trash dump, right? Big trash dump all over the place, and and there were rats all over, just infested with disease-ridden rats. Can you imagine that? Give me some hearts and likes if you can hear me. If you can imagine coming up to a trash dump that was infested with rats, right? Hi, Kat. Thanks for joining us. And all these rats had disease and they were spreading disease and everything else. What would you want to do? What would you want to do? I mean, the general consensus amongst medical professionals is you have to kill all the rats, right? So we have to kill all these rats. All right. Well, I got news for you, folks. That won't fix anything. It will not fix anything to kill all the rats, right? Not if you leave the trash dump, okay? The rats will be back, all right? And it'll be another disease that they're carrying. It'll be something else that they're carrying. You have to get rid of the trash dump. You cannot just keep going around trying to get rid of the rats. You've got to get rid of the trash dump. So what's the cause of the disease, right? If there's disease in your body, is the disease the bacteria? Okay, is the disease the virus? It is absolutely not. The disease is bacteria and viruses and parasites are opportunistic, all right? They are going to function and they're going to thrive when there's a trash dump, all right? So that's not to say that people that are quote unquote healthy don't get sick, and they're not, there aren't some unlucky people and there aren't some things that are out there that are pretty aggressive. But the fact of the matter is that most of Western medicine counts on you being sick and having a trash dump as a body, and then they have diseases to treat. Okay, the cause of the disease is the trash dump. All right, I talk about with this patient, probably say this 10 times a day. I mean, not 10 times a day, that's an exaggeration, probably 4 times a day. I talk about the idea that if you were trying to build a brand new house, okay, if you're trying to build a house and you saved up your money and you got a mortgage and everything else, you have this nice set of plans, nice piece of property, and you're going to build a house. What type of raw materials you're going to use? What if the truck showed up and all the 2x4s were crooked, right? You wouldn't say, yeah, just use the crooked 2x4s to build my house. You would say, no, take those back. They're not going to give me the walls that I want. The walls aren't going to be straight. The tile in the bathroom is not going to be straight. It's going to fall off the wall. The drywall is not going to be right. It's going to crack. If you do not have good, proper raw materials, you are not going to get the product that you want. In this case, in this analogy, it's a house. If it was a car, if you worked at the Nissan dealership up the road from us, you wouldn't want them to use inferior metal. You wouldn't want them to use tires that were flawed. You want to use the wires that have been damaged in some way. You want them to use raw material that is going to give you a car or a product at the end of it that is built properly. Well, every single tissue in your body started out as some sort of raw material. Typically, it's going to be a plant or animal that used to be alive. We killed it, we ate it, we broke it down to its smallest particles, and then we rebuilt it. Your body is built out of the raw material that you put in between your lips and chew up, okay? We consume oxygen through our nose, our mouth, and our lungs to create a catalyst for fuel that sparks all kinds of biochemical processes in our body, and we get healthy new cells, hopefully, if the raw materials are good. Folks, you cannot go around just trying to kill all the rats and expect that to handle the problem. You have to get rid of the trash dump, which means you're going to have to get rid of the junk that you eat, the junk that you drink, and consume the good raw materials. Stop looking at the disease model of medicine or the virus and bacteria model of medicine as being the holy grail. It is absolutely not. It's just not. It doesn't even work. There are diseases and things, there are medications that can handle acute infections, and we need medications for those things. But the fact of the matter is, you cannot have a trash dump and expect to get rid of the rats one time and then they'll never come back. People get sick for reasons. Sometimes those reasons are unfortunate and they're kind of beyond our control, but for the most part, they are under our control for the most part, and you need to look at it from the right viewpoint. I was going to keep this short tonight. I hope you found this helpful. Give me some more hearts and likes on there, and please share this with your friends and family because it's important, especially if they have poor diets. You know, I actually hope my boys see this, but I have older boys. They're 21 and 20 years old, and I can't control what they eat most of the time. And unfortunately, their diets have gone downhill since they've become more independent, and they're making their own choices, which we all have to kind of find our way in life. But I really hope that people would share this type of information with their children and their loved ones that have poor diets, because your health is important. You are important in this world. All right. You personally, the person I'm talking to right there, you are important. Okay. You are important to others. You're important to you. You're important to your family. You're important to me. You're important to how this world functions. We need you to take care of yourself. We don't need you to be a statistic, and we don't need you to be spending trillions of dollars on a healthcare system that does not work because it's based on flawed data. So I hope you found this helpful. Please hit that share button. It really helps us get this information out. Share this with your friends and family. You never know when something new you say, do, or think can impact the lives of someone else tomorrow. So I appreciate you watching. Have a great night.